Hello again, everybody. Welcome into Gamecock Central Radio. I'm Emerson Phillips, and we're very pleased to welcome in the newest member of the Gamecock Central Radio staff. It's Gamecock baseball great Kip Bouknight. Kip, how are you today?
Doing great, Emerson. How you doing?
Everything's great. We're thrilled to have you, Kip. You had an incredible career at the University of South Carolina. Kip was 17-1 during the 2000 season, starting pitcher for the Gamecocks. He was SEC Pitcher of the Year. He led the nation in wins with that 17-1 record. He was SEC Male Athlete of the Year, and he also won the Golden Spikes Award. Kip, you've got to have so many fond memories about your days as a Gamecock. What do you think about when you reflect on that time?
Well, it was certainly an awesome time in my life, Emerson. It was I'll be a Gamecock forever. I grew up a Gamecock and had a great opportunity to play for the legendary Ray Tanner, and the rest of the coaching staff was obviously awesome as well. And you know, when I think back to my career, I just think of the amazing memories that I shared with my teammates, and we were just such a close-knit. And that junior year, when I went 17-1, it was just a special time because, you know, I never lost 3-2 or lost 2-1. We always scored enough, and it was so many team victories. And you know, I'm a firm believer. Michael Jordan said it best: individual accolades come when your team is successful, and that was certainly. You know, that was a lot of awards I won that year. I certainly was able to share those with my teammates because it certainly would not have been possible without them.
Kip Bouknight, our new baseball analyst here on Gamecock Central Radio. He'll be a weekly visitor with us, and we're going to talk Gamecock baseball. Gamecock baseball getting ready for a big series this weekend with Ole Miss. Both teams ranked in the top 10 in the country in a couple of the national polls this week. Kip, after your playing days at South Carolina, you spent a number of years in the minor leagues, drafted by the Colorado Rockies.
Traveled all around and played double and AAA for about 6 years and had a lot of fun, and, you know, just wasn't in God's plans for me to make it to the big leagues, but I sure as heck tried my best and learned a heck of a lot about baseball and a lot about just being a professional, even in the business world, that I'm carrying over to now.
Tell us about that, Kip. What are you doing now? You back in Columbia?
I'm back in Columbia. I live in Lexington. I've got a beautiful wife that married my high school sweetheart. She was with me for many, many years throughout minor league ball as well. And I've got two boys now that are 4 and 2, and they're obviously huge blessings for me. And I'm working with Hub International. It's the 8th largest broker in the world, and insurance broker that is. And we service, you know, folks all around the country, and as well, obviously, right here in Columbia and all throughout the state. And we take care of their property, casualty, work comp, you know, general liability, group health and employee benefits, all that good stuff. So never thought in a million years I'd want to be in insurance, but a former teammate of mine and Brian Jeffcoat got me started in that career about 5.5 years ago with Federated, and I've been with Hub now for about 15 months, and I love it. I enjoy helping people. I'm on a great team at Hub, and you know, it's obviously different in baseball, but it keeps me busy and certainly provides being able to put food on the table for my family.
Fantastic. If anybody listening today would like to contact you, what's the best way for them to do that?
Best way would just be my cell. My cell is 803-467-0180, or they could email me at kip.bouknight@hubinternational.com.
Kip Bouknight with us today here on Gamecock Central Radio, and he will be a regular visitor with us to talk Gamecock baseball. Kip, South Carolina off to a 20-2 start. And that also is Ole Miss's record. South Carolina headed to Oxford for a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series. And I was reading earlier today that this is the best 22-game start in Ole Miss history. They've never won 20 of their first 22. And both teams coming in with 20-2 records. So both teams ranked in the top 10. The SEC schedule is a gauntlet. It'll continue with a major national series, South Carolina traveling to Oxford. What do you think about the series?
Well, I think they're obviously well prepared. You know, going 20-2, and you know, a couple losses to Clemson. Obviously, as a Gamecock, you want to beat Clemson, but they're obviously a quality opponent. And head coach Monty Lee, I think, is going to do some amazing things there. Obviously, former Gamecock coach and a good friend of mine. We used to work out together for many years when I was still playing professional baseball in the off season, and I think it was really, really a great series against Arkansas, getting off to that 3-0 start in the SEC, because you look at the season before it starts, and you got Arkansas, you got at Ole Miss, and I'm pretty sure it's at Vandy next weekend. So, you know, if you could go 6-3 or even 5-4 in those first 9 games in the SEC, it sets you up very well, because those are certainly some year in, year out quality opponents. And Tim Corbin's going to have his guys playing well at Vanderbilt. But this is a tough road trip, I think. If Gamecocks can go in and win 2 out of 3, I think it's a huge step in the right direction. Not that they're not going in the right direction already, but they're playing well. They're getting the timely hitting. It seems like the junior college guys that have come in are really stepping up, and some young players as well. And Clark Smith's doing a wonderful job on Friday night of setting the tone. He's been outstanding all year, and I think anytime you can get off to a great start on Friday, it certainly makes the weekend a lot easier.
No question. Kip, the Gamecocks have got young starting pitching. They're going to start sophomore Clark Schmidt on Thursday against Ole Miss, and then it'll be freshman Braden Webb on Friday, and it'll be freshman Adam Hill on Saturday. So these 3 youngsters, a sophomore and 2 freshmen, are combined 13-1 on the year. What are your thoughts on this young Gamecock starting staff?
Well, they're pounding the zone. They're throwing a lot of strikes. It seems to me they're attacking the hitters a little bit better than we've seen maybe in the last couple years. I do think that, they're pitching up in the zone a little bit more than I'd like to see. I think Clark Schmidt, it's hard to be negative on any of them, really, because they've done so well. But I just think I'd like to see Schmidt work down a little bit better, and I think he could have a lot more ground ball outs than he's getting the fly ball out. So I think that could come back and haunt him in the near future if he doesn't work down a little bit better and elevate his fastball, when he wants to by demand or by, design, as opposed to maybe just pitching up in the zone. And you're facing better competition coming up week in, week out. So he'll definitely be tested with that, but he's got big league stuff. He certainly could be a first rounder if he continues to develop. And having the 2 freshmen on Saturday and Sunday, for me, it's exciting. I think it just shows you, obviously we know that Chad Holbrook's an amazing recruiter, and I think he's just done a wonderful job of getting those guys in there. And, now it's up to, Coach Jerry Myers, a pitching coach, to be able to develop, and then he's certainly developing them so far. They're doing a wonderful job.
All right, big early season series with Ole Miss coming up, 7:30 first pitch on Thursday, 7:30 first pitch Friday, and a 3 o'clock afternoon start on Saturday. Kip Bouknight, Gamecock baseball great, joining us on Gamecock Central Radio. Kip, we appreciate your time. We look forward to talking more baseball with you down the road. Thanks very much.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, that's Kip Bouknight, and I'm Emerson Phillips, and we'll have more Gamecock baseball here on Gamecock Central Radio. Thanks for joining us, and have a great week.